Marjorie Greene is very mad at the DNC in a general sense, but she has some specific gripes. And one I just think is hilarious. She's mad that free healthcare is being provided on the grounds of the DNC and specific sorts of healthcare. So she tweeted, "I thought this was fake, but it's not. Planned Parenthood is going to provide free vasectomies and abortions at the Democratic National Convention this upcoming week. It's hard to even comprehend." I buy it. I think it was hard, like most things were to comprehend. And it's truly heartbreaking. Being a mother is the most precious gift. Choose life. So I can't tell if she's really bothered by the vasectomy part, because she only focuses on if you're a mother choosing life. Is she not mad for the potential dads that are getting vasectomies? Does that not bother her? Because she kind of glossed over that part.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Here's the thing, Marge, and I know that she might be watching. Someone can have an abortion and then go on to have kids. Many people have done that because yes, it can be a precious gift, although not everybody thinks of that, and they're free to not have kids if they want, you big weirdo. But then also, they might want to have kids at some point later on in life. Maybe when their career is more established, maybe when they're not struggling with money, maybe when they're not in school. And that's perfectly acceptable. And so that's like my substantive and understanding approach to this. In terms of more shallow stuff, when she says being a mother is the most precious gift to his life, she has kids. I have no doubt that she loves her kids or whatever, to the capacity that someone like her is capable of loving anything. And I could be wrong about this. If it's the most precious gift, I don't think I've ever heard her talk about kids. She talks about CrossFit. She talks about Trump. She talks about other stuff. She puts up videos of her working out in her garage and everything. But it seems more like a weapon to be used against other people who are perhaps struggling, rather than an honest reflection of the things that are truly most important to her.
Yeah.
But anyway, feel free to respond to any or all of that.
There's a lot of thoughts I have. Marjorie Taylor Greene, anytime someone doesn't like trot their kids out for all of us to see and like be like, I have kids, I'm better than you or worse than you or whatever, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. But she is using this as like a, how could you do this? It's the biggest, most important thing. And she has not acted as if that is the case in the past, other than to judge people who get abortions.
I think vasectomies are more cruel than abortions. Is that weird? Because you're locking them in. You're locking millions of sperms in there. It's like a Lost Boys Peter Pan on the island situation where it's like, I want to grow up, but I never get to. And do they go bad? Do they spoil? Are they just like one-eyed Willie like this?
They decay. They never die. They're there.
They're like
shadow versions of themselves.
And have you ever seen tadpoles in a pond? It's always gross.
This is gross. This entire thing is gross.
Anyways, but free healthcare, oh darn, that's horrible. And it's like, I love the way that it's not that they're like handing out abortions like Oprah at a live taping.
It's not
if you need, and this is one of the things that they'll only be able to wrap their mind around if they ever have an emergency situation. Yeah. Probably in another country that has nationalized healthcare. It is so much better if you can just go get the procedure or get the service, and that's that.
Yeah, and by the way, so Planned Parenthood Great Rivers is the one that's operating the mobile unit. They said they've seen a massive interest since it was announced, and that basically all of the medication abortion and vasectomy appointments are now filled. Vasectomies are actually on the rise among men under 30 after Roe was reversed. And I didn't know that, but I don't think we can be surprised by that. You guys have taken away the ability of people to deal with these situations after the fact. So what do you know? Now you get a thing you didn't want, which is tons of guys going out and getting vasectomies.
And guys, just so you know, it is pretty irreversible. Though they say it's reversible, it is much harder for the snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
How many can you do?
Of Michael Scott.
Yeah, it's harder? Okay.
It's not just like Marty McFly going like, and it suddenly goes back. Or Doc, that's Doc.
Yeah, I think we all
and suddenly that's
the doctor just grips both ends.
The volts of juice, as it were, flowing through the I don't know.
Can we have one segment of the show that is not about semen?
I don't know.
Coming up.
It's on the mind.
By the way, the vasectomies can cost about $1,000 without insurance, which by the way, is a lot of money. And also I would have expected it would cost more, but great to offer that for free. Little pro bono vasectomy.
it
Sorry
saves
if it bothers Marjorie Greene.
In the long term, I'm sure the actuaries at health insurance companies have said this saves us having to pay for all kinds of natal, pre, post, mid care. Then yes, more of that. That's why they, like giving out free condoms. Short for condoms, but we kind of lost the time we just saved because you weren't like.
You saved a bit of time by abbreviating that.
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?